Welcome to First Impressions, where we give you our initial thoughts on TV games.
TV games.
God damn it.
It's okay. TV games. What else do we get first impressions on?
Comic films.
Comic films.
And video books.
Video books, yes. Those are my favorite kind of books, by the way, video books. This week we're going to do something a little bit different. We are going to show you the comics we got, and then we're going to be talking about our newest obsession. So that's pretty exciting. So why don't we go through the comics that we got?
Comics for the 4th of February.
First up,
we got
American Vampire.
American Horror Story.
American Horror Story.
Second cycle number something.
Ant-Man number 2, which has a pretty cool cover.
I read half of it.
Great. Birthright number 5, really good. Grayson number 7. There it is.
Green Arrow 39.
Green Arrow 39. Saga number 25, start of a new arc. Pretty fantastic, if I do say so myself. Star Wars number 2. This book is awesome. I did not expect to like Star Wars as much as I'm liking that book. Superman, where Superman explodes, and it's special, right? Swamp Thing number 39. And that's not a book. The Woods.
That is.
The Woods number 10, which was amazing. I tweeted out earlier, this is probably my favorite book in the entire series so far. What is this?
The Vikings.
The Vikings something. Alright, cool.
From the History Channel.
So recently, Carl and I have started getting into board games, so we wanted to take this week to kind of show you, we kind of went overboard and bought a lot of board games, and a lot of them, some of them are old, some of them are newer, so we're just going to go through them, show them all to you, and let you know quick thoughts of what we thought. So let's start with the first one here. This one was actually given to us. This is Valley of Kings.
It's a deck building game.
It is a deck building game. We're really liking the deck building
about
games.
Egyptians who are filling up their tombs.
Yeah.
With their stuff that they want to have, and so you're competing to have the best stuff, you know, by the end of the game.
Just like in real life.
Yep.
Yeah. But yeah, so that's the first one. We started off small.
So it's one of our first deck builders.
It is our first deck builder. It's the first one we own anyway. Next up is a very new game. You may have seen ads for it, Machi Koro.
From IDW.
IDW, which involves this Japanese game that's just recently been translating. And it involves building the city of Machi Koro by buying, it's kind of like a resource management / deck building game. And you're buying cards, which are buildings, to build your city in order to build a bigger city. And it's really fast and really quick. It's like 30 minutes long. What do you think of this game?
Well, I think I would enjoy it more if it were with 4 players, because I want to cry the night that we played this together, so I didn't have such a great time.
It's a glowing recommendation.
But I'm sure it's good. It's got rave reviews. It's in lots of periodicals and stuff like that, and
by the time you get it up, we're gonna be out of time to talk about it.
But,
anyway,
yeah, I think it'd be better if we played with more people.
Yeah.
More.
Yeah, but I really liked it, and it's fun, and the artwork is great.
Stuff with cards.
Yeah.
It's like building a city, but with cards.
Yeah. So next up, we have a game that I really like.
I like this game a lot.
Takenoko involves basically building a forest worth of bamboo and using a panda to eat that bamboo in order to complete quests. It is delightfully colorful. It's really easy to learn. It's, oh God, stop. You're like drooling on the box.
Yeah, so there's like a panda who's really cute.
Yeah.
And you're basically trying to build bamboo successfully for, I guess, the emperor, whatever his name is, or I don't know. It's not it's Japanese, so
it's Japanese, yeah.
I'm so ignorant.
Yeah, and then there's like this little gardener guy. He's pretty cool.
Yeah, but it's a Chinese panda who's given to the
Japanese emperor. Yeah.
Yeah, and so you're supposed to build the best bamboo, and if you do, you win.
Yeah, we really like this. It's
cool.
Very, very fun, very strategic, but very easy to learn. I like that a lot. Next up, Carl likes this game less than I do. This is Tokaido. This is from the guy who did 7 Wonders.
Oh, it's beautiful, the art.
The art is gorgeous. The gameplay is not super competitive. It's very light. It's something good to like maybe get your friends into gaming if they don't play games, or it might be good after you play like a really competitive game where someone like tosses the table over. This would be a nice calm game afterward.
And again, I think that I might like it more if we were playing with more people than against each other. I mean, I'm sure there's some strategy to it too, and we only played it like maybe once.
Yeah, we played once really quickly.
So that's not a really good, but it is our first impression.
Yeah.
And my first impression is, you know, we got a lot of games. We didn't really need to get this one. That was my impression of it.
Yeah, it's light, so it's good if you like lighter stuff. But if you like something a little bit more strategic or involved, this is not your game. But I like it because the art is so awesome. It's really fun.
Yeah, that's about it.
All right, this is the game that
we
got
love
us.
This game.
This is the game that got us into board games. It's Lords of Waterdeep from Dungeons and Dragons. Really cool game. Thanks to Tyler, a friend of mine on Twitter, who actually sent me a free copy. That's really
Tyler.
awesome. We like that. But yeah, it's a really cool game. It's like a resource game where you go and you like recruit blocks, but they're basically like wizards and clerics and warriors, and then you use them to complete quests, and you get points for those quests, and it's a lot of fun. We've been playing it on iPad. If you're playing it on iPad, let us know your username, because then we can friend you and play with you. But we really like it, right?
Yeah, it's also a really good gateway game because it's not really difficult to learn, even though it looks super complicated. It's very impressive in that way, but it's also just really fun, a lot more fun than I expected.
Yeah. Waterdeep is half in town.
We recommend this game.
Yeah, we highly recommend this game. It's probably my favorite of the games we played so far. Really, really fun, very accessible, very good.
Worth getting.
Worth getting
so far.
All right, next up is a game we just got. We've only played once, and we kind of just played like a practice round. But
and we really got it also because there's like a sister game from the same company called Shadow Hunters that we definitely love. We want that game, and I highly recommend that along with Shadows of Waterdeep.
The Shadows of Waterdeep.
Lords of Waterdeep. And this game...
This is Shadow Looper from
Tragedy
Z-Man.
Looper.
Tragedy Looper from Z-Man Games.
But it's got the same type of design and the box design and the anime type of look to it as Shadow Hunters, but this game is completely different.
It's very similar. It's got that kind of Clue aspect where in Clue you're trying to figure out who everybody is or who the murderer is, but in this game you're trying to figure out who all the characters on the board are, so all the character cards.
Yeah, and why things are happening, so you have to figure out what the rules are of the roles of the characters, and it's a little bit more complicated and it's intimidating when you first look at it and try to play it.
Yeah,
we did play only once.
We do like this game. We're very excited to get more into it.
Yeah, we want to see how it is with more players, because playing with ourselves, the two of us, is actually a little different. It's supposed to be for 4 people.
Yeah.
But there is a modified 2-player version, and then this is a very big game next that we got coming up.
Last but not least, this is Terra Mystica. Huge game, huge resource management game. It's really heavy even, it's a lot of pieces. This is not for the faint of heart. This should not be your first board game that you buy. I think it was our third, maybe not our best choice, but I love this game. It's so strategic. It's surprisingly simple once you kind of understand what everything on the board is. Because once you understand what everything on the board is, it kind of spells out everything for you, and that's pretty great. But lots of pieces.
It's like got, different factions that you're playing, and each faction has, advantages and disadvantages to other people, and you're trying to conquer the land, and so you're building buildings that you can upgrade, and then it gives you different abilities based on the upgrade, and so it's almost like a Monopoly thing, but except the currency is with like this magic power that is very interesting because it goes into like a loop and stuff, and it's kind of hard to explain.
But the one thing I will say, it's super complicated, so definitely for someone who wants to learn a lot of rules, has a lot of stuff to it, but if you're willing to take the time to learn it, it is fantastic, beautifully designed.
Take the time to do it
right. Really love this game, Terra Mystica. So, with all that being said, those are the games we got. We're gonna try and do more board game reviews in the future, so keep up with that. But let's talk about tonight's Arrow.
I got really used to watching season 2 and having a big surprise per episode, and this one, the season is not set up as much like that, though it's not completely disappointing in that aspect, because there is, nice little elements that come in and stuff, but not quite as big.
Yeah, there's a lot fewer gasp moments.
I gasped a lot in the second season.
Yeah.
And I don't know, I'm waiting for things to move a little faster. I mean, it's moving pretty fast actually already, but I'm waiting for more. I want to see what's going to happen.
I mean, I'm glad that Oliver's back. No, really? I'm glad that Oliver is back. I do like that he's going to be teaming up with Merlin.
Yeah, but spoiler, I wanted it to be Tia or Maya showing up instead of Arrow at the end.
Yeah.
Spoiler. And yeah, them teaming up, that aspect was a little fun because he's going to train you know, Oliver to fight Ra's al Ghul.
You know, I'm interested to look back and see when in Season 2 Deathstroke really became, like, the threat. Because Ra's al Ghul so far doesn't really seem like a threat on the city. Like, we know he's going to come at them now, and that's going to be a problem. But he hasn't this entire season really seemed like the threat. Whereas, I think by now, like, Deathstroke pretty much seemed like the main villain of last season. He was in the city, he was causing trouble. I could be wrong about that. But I'm ready for Ra's al Ghul to be in the city doing stuff. Because I feel like he's been sort of, for the main villain of the season, he's been pretty damn absent from the show so far, right?
Right? Yeah. I mean, he can't be in too much, though. I think because he's too big, I think. Yeah. So I think if we saw him too much, it makes him too...
takes away from it.
Yeah, I think a little bit. I mean, I like that, another thing I liked about it was... Damn, I can't remember anymore, but... Tatsu, I hope that she comes to the city eventually.
Oh yeah, we need her to be Katana, and we need her to be Katana today.
I liked how, Ted Grant made a reappearance as Wildcat in costume, but
yeah, that was great.
He got knocked
He got taken out pretty quickly, though. Yeah, he's pretty awful.
Yeah, who else and what else? Sin came back, that was nice,
Yeah, there was a lot of reappearances, I like that.
Yeah, this teaser for next week I'm not so excited about. It seems slightly fillerish whenever they have
great
villain come
another
back.
Vertigo episode, because those are only the worst ever.
When a villain comes back, it always feels a little slightly filler. Like, next thing, we'll see, what's that guy? Oh no, it is Vertigo. It's just a different character who's playing.
Yeah.
Is it?
It was a different character who played the last time he showed up, though, too. Anyway, what'd you give it out of 5?
3.5.
Oh, I'm gonna give it a 4. I liked it. I think I liked it quite a bit. I think we knew that I liked it more than you. Alright,
Oh, because I was hoping that, Felicity would go and help the Atom instead. Because, you know, they're trying to, like, what are we gonna do? We don't have Oliver. What can we do? What can we do? Oh, we can go to the city. And what about the Atom?
Yeah. Well, that's coming soon, we know.
Yeah.
Alright. Well,
what do you think about that costume?
I like it.
I think it's alright. It looks a little Iron Man-ish.
I can't wait for Iron Man to show up. I'm ready for Iron Man to be
I'm not sure about that visor.
Alright guys, well that's our episode for the week. We did something a little bit different this week just for kicks and giggles and fun, and apparently we've been drinking. So, make sure to follow us on Twitter. I'm at KukaMungaCat, this is at carlkaholi. We'll put our blogs down below. We're slowly getting things going back on our blogs again. We have a lot of exciting projects coming up in the future. We're eating candy.
Lots of exciting projects.
Lots of exciting projects. And that's about all I have to say. Make sure to like, comment, subscribe, all that fun stuff.
Yeah.
Okay.
Thanks for coming and watching.
Thanks for coming. Yay! We'll see you guys next week. Bye.
Thanks a lot.